Now I'd like to show you a couple of commands to show the schema of the data frame as well as selecting the columns. So with the created data frame, first data frame approach, first approach df. This is the data frame. I'm showing it again. First approach df. This is the data frame. We can use the schema command to show the schema, and you can see the schema is a struct type. It's a struct field of a string type, and then we have another struct field of name platform, again a string type, and so on. So we can see the schema using this dot schema, or we can also print the schema I showed you before, print a schema, and we can see again the name of the columns corresponding their data types, and if nullable equals to true or false, if they are allowed to have nullable columns or not. It's also possible to see the columns of a data frame by writing the columns command, and it shows you all the columns in an array. And you can grasp one single column by writing the name of that column, like say asset.call asset, and then we can just grab one of the columns. So using the .call and the name of the data frame, we can grab that specific column. Iterating over different columns in the data frame is also possible, and for example, if I use the first approach df, I can call all the columns, and then I can iterate over all the columns, apply something, or for example, changing of the name of the columns. For example, I say call. This is the map function. If you want to know more about the map function, you can watch my Scala tutorial series. However, the map function is like iterating over all the values, for example, in a collection, and then applying something on them, some operation on them. For example, here iterating all over to all the columns of the data frame. Here we have asset platform. I'm saying first approach df.columns, all the columns, .map, meaning that it iterates over all the columns and applies something. So for example, call to just add a suffix to all the columns. If I apply this and I say something like this, then you can see that the columns will appear like this: asset suffix, platform suffix, unit suffix, and so on. So I can say val new call names. So I can define a new variable holding these values. So if I say new call names, just here, you should be able to see again the column names here, like asset suffix, platform suffix, and so on. Or I can say print ln instead of this, not to show the res, but here you can see the column names. Now I'd like to show you various approaches for selecting the columns of a data frame. One way I showed you, like to use the call keyword, like for example, I use the call and then you can say platform, like to have the platform column, and then you can grab the column like this, or you can use the select keyword similarly. So for example, I can say select keyword, and then I can say asset and platform, and we can just show these two columns, for example 5 rows only. And you can see we can grab these two columns and then show the first 5 rows. For the sake of simplicity, I like to define a df here, just not to have a longer name. Then I write select. You can also use this $sign keyword. I say asset, for example, platform column, And then I like to take also trade name. I can use, instead of the dollar sign, I can use the call keyword, trade name, and then I can use .show 5 rows. Here something is wrong. Yes, I wrote dollar sign wrongly. I'm correcting this, and you can see that using the dollar sign keyword or call keyword, you can select the columns and together with the select keyword.